increase and speed up your time in labeling photos. Sometimes that is the dread job of the entire estimate, labeling, 100 plus photos. So we're going to give you a couple of tips today. Hopefully it'll increase your speed and save you some time, and we can organize those photos better, give them a better description, and make your files look more professional. So let's get started. So I'm going to pull the estimate that I have started, and we're going to pull that up, and we're just immediately going to go to the images right here, and we're going to load these up. Now I've got photos all ready to go here, and I'm just going to click the first one, shift, scroll down, scroll over, arrow down, arrow over, open them. That'll of course bring them right into the photo sheet. Now, as you see, these are unassigned. What does that mean? It means that these photos are not assigned to any folder. And that's our goal, because this is the label. This is the image name. And you can see these image names here. And we want to deal with that, and we want to deal with the description. So the first thing is to speed up your photo process. When you're at the inspection, think about how they're going to be loaded in the estimate, in the photo sheet. So if I'm taking pictures, I really want to start with the overview of the room, and then I'm going to show the area of the concern or the area of the damage. Then the next photo would be the close-up of the damage and showing the deterioration, the rot, the stain. I would take the next photo and have a tape measure showing the size of baseboards or the crown molding, or the distance between the floor and the bottom of the window, or whatever, so that I'm thinking of how these photos are going to be loaded in here, so I don't spend hours sorting these in the right place. The next thing I want to do after I get this part done is I want to go over here to the settings, and I want you to make sure that your name is written in here, because you took that photo taken by your name. Okay, now I'm going to highlight first one, hit my shift key, I'm going to arrow down, arrow over. I want them all highlighted. And then I would put my name right here if it's not already there. And that way all the photos are going to have your name on it. I'm going to come down here to various values. Now see this description? When I hit the various value, that's going to go away. And now we're going to have just numbers, and that's what we want. We want clean numbers. I'm going to stop right there. I'm not going to do anything more with the photos at this point, and I'm just going to exit out. I want you to pay attention to this. See this little asterisk sign by the Xactimate estimate? See that? If you have that there, that means that you have unsaved work. If your Exact crashes right now, you're going to lose that work. So just go over here and hit save. Save it, it goes away, you're good to go. Okay, so then I'm going to go to the sketch. I want to make a sketch now of all the rooms that I'm going to work in, because sketch will be my estimate tree. That tree is actually the folders that we're talking about. When I come into sketch, just a little trick, I go to the options, I go to full screen, because I want this sketch to be as big as possible. Hit that, you get a full sketch palette to work. Oh, you said, well, I need to go back. How do you go back? Oh, easy. Visible windows, hit the reset, good to go. Okay, so now you got everything back to where it was, but I like that full screen. And I'm just going to drop some rooms in to create a tree. I'm just going to hit my hotkey R for room. I'm going to grab that handle here. I'm going to hit Control, drag, Control, drag, Control, drag. Let's Control, drag. Let's get one more room. Okay, let's name these rooms real fast. Let's put living room. Let's put staircase, stairway. That's fine. We'll just do stairway. You notice if you push the first couple of keys, then it labels them for you. Gives you an automatic label. Bedroom. Let's do bathroom, And let's do a kitchen, let's say. Okay, so now if you go to your estimate tree, you have these down. So these are actually folders now that you'll see when we go back to our photo sheet here. And there they are. In the main level, we have these folders, which is actually the estimate tree. Now, we have the estimate folder and the main level. When we put photos in the estimate folder, I think it works much better. It'll be the first folder in your estimate tree, and I like to put the wrist shots and the ID shots in that folder. So I'm just going to move those over. I'm just holding and dragging. Now for illustration points, I'm just going to put a couple of these here, and I can also hit the control key, hold down a couple of photos, and move them all at the same time. And I just want to put a few in the main tree, main level, because I'll show you what that looks like in a moment. And then we have the living room. So let's just say these are living room pictures here. Let's just do that, just for the sake of saying these are living room. Again, this is all illustration, right? I think you're getting the point. Let's do these for staircases here. Let's do these for a bedroom. See, see how quick I'm going here? And these are now, when I put these in here, we don't have to do an image name anymore because the image name is this name. So it just saves me a lot of time when you think about that. So these are all now have an image name. One thing that we could have done and we didn't do, but we could have dated these photos. So if you highlight these, and you can just put the date in here. We could have done that in the beginning when they were all there. Now we would have to go to each folder and do that. So you're killing time when you do it that way. So you want to do it all at the same time if possible. I want to just come out of this for a second. I want to go back to the print screen. I want to show you a couple of things here real quick. On the images, always make sure there's two. Check the print and the print image annotations. That way when you do print it, it'll come out. Let's view this to show you a couple of ideas here that I'm trying to point out. So here you've got 1 and 10. What's that mean? You've got 2 and 14. Well, what that means was that was the original label name when we took off the camera image name and numbered them. That's the label. And this is the order of photos in this sheet. If you come down to the third, fourth one here, let's see, maybe it's the fifth one. Yeah. So I took this, shot and dropped it in the main level. See, so it's now main level 7, and it's not as clean. We don't need the main level. So that's why I like to put them in the estimate folder. And then you got a couple more. So now it's coming up, main level, living room, photo 12, taken by, see, we didn't put our date in, so we'll have to go back and do that. So let's go take that out, go back to photos. Now, what we can do here is we do have to put an image name in here because there really isn't one. But before we do that, I think it's fitting now to reorder the numbers. And all we have to do is come up here, hit renumber, and there they are, all renumbered. If these photos, let's just say these hadn't been assigned, and any unassigned photo will come at the end of the photo sheet. So if you have a plumber's, if you've taken pictures of a plumber's report or a mitigation report, or the insurer gives you a picture, your picture of anything you want to leave out of a folder, keep it under the unassigned, and it'll come at the end of the photo sheet. So I would come here, and now I'm going to highlight all these because I want to date them. And then what I can do is I can do a couple of things. Notice these come up, right? So I can say, I can start typing and showing the living room no damage, or I can use a load note. Load notes are incredibly effective if you use them right. So I'm going to click the load note, and you'll see I've got lots of load notes I've already created. One of them that I did was initial no damage. That's my abbreviation for initial inspection no damage, showing overview room, no damage noted to the room. I'm just going to double click that. It's in, no damage, showing overview of the room. What room? Oh, the living room. It's already labeled. Now what I can do is I can actually do a copy, copy all, copy. Now watch this. Use the Alt key and the letter N. Alt N. Takes you to your next photo. See, I didn't move my cursor, and I'm in the next photo. Now I can go Control V, Alt N, Control V, and I am just about done with these, right? Look. And I'm all done. Oops, messed that one up. All done. So you know, I can put them all in there like that, just hit them, or I can also say, oh wait a minute, I need to go back to this photo. Press Alt P, previous. Alt N is next, N for next. Alt P is previous, P for previous, and I can go that route. Another way that I could have done this is I could have copied everything. Copied, of course. I could have gone to the note, done that. I can make a new note if I like this one better. But the idea is that you can use the load note, you can copy and paste, you can highlight. You could have done this. Let's say his notes were gone. This is even a faster way, I think. So let's just say that there's no notes here and there's no damage here. You're just showing the overview. So highlight it, hold the control down, click all the pictures, come down here, right click or paste in your note, and watch this. The notes and all the photos. So basically, I highlight, one click, I've labeled 4 photos in the time it took to label 1. When we come down here to the staircase, we can expand that, open it up. Let's say that there is damage right in here. If you can see that right in there. And let's say that we need to highlight that damage. So these tools now. So we've got lines, arrows, ellipse, squares. We have a text box. Let's go to the ellipse, and we can hold down, drag it. We can put a we can use a text note, and we can say showing damage to the ceiling. And it's like, oh, that didn't come out so good, did it? Okay, so go over here and you see move, resize existing. So click that. Now hover over it. Now you've got some pull bars. You can pull this out, make it nice and neat. We can get rid of that one. Showing damage. Hit the escape key, and that takes you back to your photos. Now we can also use an arrow, so we can do something like that. You see, like the color of that. Okay, go to the settings, open that up. You can change the color of anything that you want here. You know, you can change it to that color. Draw another pair, another one. You know, you've got that going. You can draw a square. You can draw a line. Sometimes it's good to do something like this. You go up. Now, while that line is on your cursor, you can just come back down here, left click, and drag down. Hit a text box. Oops, that was a square text box. 14 feet. Show them right there where it's at. So that, you know, it's just a really good way to do that. Okay, we can move that around if you want. Shrink it, and you're good to go. So see if you get colors on that window, so it didn't show up very good. So you can change things around, and then you could say, you know, showing the image to the ceiling. Alt-N. We could draw another line up here. We could go Alt-P. We could grab a copy paste here. Alt-N. Paste it. There you are. We can draw some, you know, all kinds of cool things here, you know, whatever you like. You know, you can just make things. And there you go, something like that, water on the head. So hopefully you're seeing, you know, the possibilities of enhancing your photos and what you can do with those. Again, the idea here is to speed time. Multiple photos, labeling, copy paste, use the load note. You can create load notes showing damage to the ceiling from the roof leak. Just saying. Then you could load that. You could save that note, and you could say roof leak. Say OK. Load that note. Go find it. Roof. Should be here somewhere. Roof leak. That's what you wrote. So you can just do all kinds of things like that. Moving on, let's go back. Photos, you can say, you know, anything that you need to on those. Again, if we take and put that take and win today, did we do that one? I didn't think so. I like those dates in there, right? And you know, I think you're getting the picture of what you can do. Now let me take it back. Get out of here. Oh, I got some saved here, so I'm just going to hit and save. I'm going to hit the save. Let's go to print. View. And here we are again. So we could, you know, going back through these. Main level, living room, showing overview of room, no damage noted to the room. So, you know, it's just real easy to label those. Here's my annotations that I put in. So you can tell how that would really just benefit your photos. Now, I would have to say that you better check with your client manager as far as annotations on photos. There is one client in particular, I believe it's Nationwide. They don't want any manipulation to that photo whatsoever. This is a legal document. So when you do this, you have actually, you know, changed the document by manipulation. So there are some views about not doing that. Some clients don't like that, but the majority, I'd say, you know, 99%, they love when you highlight and show and different things. So again, if you're spending less time in writing out the description, it gives you more time to enhance your photos with these annotations, and it makes your product look a lot better. It's also organized. You noticed here 9/11 7/9. So that just means I just need to go back to the photos, hit the load number, or the renumber rather, and now they're all there for you. Okay. I hope this is helping and you can get some ideas of what's happening here. I wanted to show you just for a moment here. I'm just going to change this around a little bit. I want to show you a couple of other photos here, photo documents. This is make that bigger here. This is from a person who took some photos. You can see one wrist dated at wrist verification. So he's using the label as the description. So he could put that down at the bottom in the description. I don't have a problem with that, but you just want to be consistent is the main thing. So he's now got upstairs bathroom. So now he's got the label, and he's probably got a folder in the estimate tree that says upstairs bathroom. He's got number 3, dated overview. Next photo, I like it. It's closer, and it's a really nice description. Shows baseboard was installed and had to be discarded. Wall paint damaged during baseboard removal. Closer yet, like this, overview floor showing baseboard. Now, I would like to know if it's damaged or not. He could have said, show overview floor, water damage to the baseboard and flooring. Now he's showing the pump that was there. But if you notice, I haven't really seen any damage yet. Showing baseboard damaged and removed from the wall. Here we go. Something like that toilet paper roll there, I'd move that out. Just move that out of the way. That actually, what that tells me is there's no water there. If there was water there, that toilet paper would be wet, right? So it's dry, evidently. Here's a great shot. Love this. Tape measure on the baseboard. Is that a 2.5, 4.5, 3.5? It is a 2.25. Right here, right there on it. So, although it looked like 2.25, might have been typo. Here's another shot overview of hallway, showing the wood floor. Shows the back wall. I mean, here's another nice shot, 3.25. Yeah, I thought he had a typo. Here's an insulation in the wall, and he could put an arrow on that. He could have, said, look at the insulation, patent insulation. Bedroom, showing the overview floor entry. I like this. Carpet and water damage had to be removed. I would have taken the next photo and kind of rolled that carpet back. Look at that backing on that carpet. He's got a nice line here. Tells me that pad was removed. That's a good one. Moving forward here, he's just going through. Just going this fast, but just kind of give you an idea what some people are doing. I think it kind of helps us sometimes to understand and compare your quality. Interior sheathing. What kind of sheathing is that? Yeah, OSB. So he could have said interior OSB sheathing. A little bit more specific. Here's some water stains. He could have drawn an arrow to that, showed that. Here's a couple more water stains right here. Could have showed an arrow. Comes down. Overview of the ceiling collapse. Next shot, I would have looked straight up, and he did. Nice guy. What about the insulation? How's that holding up? Some of it was taken out, wiring removed. Next one, right on the floor, showing the fan. Goes back up, shows the ceiling. 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 More ceiling. More jam. Floor. Over the finished floor. Water damage to the floor. I love this shot. Best way to show whether the floor is damaged. Take a straight edge. In this case, he used his shingle gauge, which is great. Use a clipboard, straight edge, and show me the gap. Is the planks cupped or bowed? He's got a cup right there. That's a money shot. Looks like we're going to sand and finish that. So just a good way to show you that one. Wanted to show you another one here. So here's another shot. Here's the front of Risk. Numbers in good shape. Risk ID. Plumber's info. That's pretty cool. Gets into the bathroom. Again, labels and floors. Overview of the entry. Overview of the tile floor. Gets me closer now. I want to see this damage right here. Takes me right into it. Perfect, perfect. First photo is the subject area. The next photo, the area of concern, which is the damage. The next photo, get me close. Let me look in there. Let me see what the damage is. He's got some nice arrow circles here showing me some damage. At least some staining. He's got some grout out there. He's got some damage down in here. Might have got a little closer on that. Looks like he's trying to get close. Got some arrows. Can't get close, but I'll give you some arrows. I'll show you where it's at. Let me point your eyes to it. All very important. Might have got a good shot back in there to see if that OSB has begun to warp. Here's some staining. I might have want to point that out. Shows exterior wall sheathing, no insulation in this section. Might want to talk to me about that. Some damage here, some plastic there. A lot of things going on, but he's doing a good job for me. I mean, he's showing me the cause of loss, what broke, close up, showing me the glue failed, showing me the connection. Really love that. Shows me the repair now. Love that. Shows me the invoice. Perfect. Doing a good job. So just a couple of ways to show you what's going on with that. So I hope that this is beginning to help you a little bit. I hope that you're really important to know what you're doing. First of all, save yourself time by putting those photos in order as you're taking the photos. First shot, overview, subject area. Second shot, area of concern or the area of damage. Third shot is the damage itself. Get me close, let me see it. If you can't get a good shot of it, use your annotation. Use those lines, the circles, the squares. Use an annotation box in your photos to show me that. First thing you want to do is highlight all your photos, renumber them, set your date, make sure your name's in there. Then build your tree, get your folders ready. And then go back to the photos and put photos into the tree. Now you're organized. Renumber them again so they're completely ordered. And now you're organized. Now if you move your folders in your estimate tree, your photos will go with them. Use your copy paste, use your load to create better. Highlight all the photos that you want to have the same description, and then copy paste or use that load note. So those are all good tricks to move you along. But again, one of the quickest ways to organize yourself is take good photos in the beginning. Remember, a blurry photo is no good. So check your photos before you leave. Did you get everything that you needed on that? So hope that helps you for today, and happy photographing. Remember, one of our jobs as an adjuster is to be a professional photographer. I would also say that I would include any person in your photos, no blurry photos. Make sure that you are not taking all your photos from your hip. Get close, look at the toe kicks, use measuring tapes, open up the drawers of the cabinet, look inside, look underneath the cabinet door. Is it stained? Is it painted? Those type of things. Look at that toe kick. Make sure that you're really getting down there to see those things. All of these are going to put you on the edge of being a better adjuster. First thing people always look for is the photos. So if you take good photos, you are already pushing that claim to closure. If you start getting bad photos, a lot more questions are going to happen in that estimate. So you have a great day. We thank you very much, and I'll have this in the adjuster portal probably tomorrow. If you haven't been in the adjuster portal, there's a lot of good help tips in there. We just put a couple of good webinar videos in there. So go in the adjuster portal, go to the library, and browse through the Xactimate, the construction section, codes. There's a lot of good things in there. Have a great day. Be safe, everyone. Thank you.